Hey guys, it's me back. It's me again. I know I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks, and I know you were all worried about me. I know all of you, my 0 subscribers, I know you guys were all worried about me, but rest assured, I'm fine. Nothing has gotten to me. I was just getting a little lazy since all the free time I kept on saying, "Oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll upload for my amazing 0 subscribers out there." I know where you guys are all. Don't make it. Okay. I'll just get right to the video. All right. So, quarantine. We're all supposed to be at our homes right now, bored to bored to death or whatever. I guess we're supposed to be at home, not spreading diseases and stuff or getting diseases. And because of that, we have a lot of free time. And if you're like me, you probably are bored with like all the free time you're given, and that's where I come in because you need novel recommendations. And to start right off, I like to say that I'd recommend you to read Overgeared if you haven't, because of its amazing world building. If you're seeing what I'm doing right now, which you aren't, I'm like summoning stuff, right? Um, I'm moving my hands around basically, and Overgeared. I'm recommending that you read Overgeared if you haven't right now because of not only like the character development but the like writer's development as well. Like it's like the improvement overall, like how how the character changed from like chapter 1 to like freaking like right now, and how the authors improved from chapter 1 to whatever chapter we are at right now. It's like amazing. The world building is amazing. Like it's pretty much the One Piece of light novels, honestly. Like characters that you think are like just like mentioned, like that you think they're just gonna be mentioned one time and never appear again, they appear again. All right, they're coming back. All right, they're like being brought back. They're relevant. All right, they come back, and like overall, like it's a very good novel, right? And oh yeah, these are like not in like these aren't like in specific orders, like from best to like worst or worst to greatest. They're all like novels like that I got from like novels that are like good and that like I've read. So like they're all like in my opinion very good novels that you should probably read. And after Overgeared, I recommend you read, or whatever order you want. Uh, it's the next novel that I'd recommend is probably The Strongest System, right? Let's be honest, Chinese novels kind of suck, and it's hard to find good Chinese novels. And if I'm just gonna say Chinese novels, like honestly, there's 3 of them that I can think of when I'm looking at this notepad that I wrote like this morning. Uh, I'd say Tales of Demons and Gods and Tales of Demons and Gods. Everyone else, no, not that. Tales of Demons and Gods, Transmigrator meets Reincarnator, and The Strongest System. The Strongest System is a hilarious novel. If you guys haven't read, I've like laughed my balls off like to this like novel like so many times. Like it didn't get boring. Like okay, I'm gonna be honest. I dropped Tales of. I mean, not Tales of. Well, I did, but like I dropped The Strongest System at like around like 1,000 chapters or whatever, 900 chapters. Uh, Only because like I had to like focus on schoolwork and had never like picked it back up again. But like it's like in a hilarious freaking series that like you'll probably like love. Like if you that I think honestly everybody would love. Transmigrator meets Reincarnator. It's a great novel for if you've been like like reading way too much of action and stuff, and you've like gotten tired or whatever, and you need like something fresh. Transmigrator meets Reincarnator is like something like random that I picked up for some reason. Like I think one of my friends recommended it to me or whatever, and like I just randomly read it, and then afterwards it was like pretty good. Like I got to like around 400 chapters or whatever. It's not that long. Like chapters are pretty much just like paragraphs, like only like a few paragraphs or whatever, pretty much. And Tales of Demons and Gods, I'm pretty sure everyone has read this, and if you haven't, It's a really good light novel. Like it's got an amazing, it's got a good, it's got a good manga, manhwa, whatever comic adaptation of it, and moving on to like moving on to the other recommendations I've got, freaking like the Korean ones, like Overgeared. I mentioned like it itself or whatever, like in the beginning. That's a Korean one as well. I don't, whatever. Okay, moving on. All right. I recommend after these four, everyone else is a returnee, the second coming of gluttony, and solo leveling. Right? I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching this video right now has already read solo leveling, or read the manga or manga or freaking comic, whatever of it. Right? It's an amazing series, and the light novel. I mean, as much as like if there's a like the light novel, there's a lot of like reused sayings or whatever. Like, you know how like if you read a light novel, you're not you're pretty much, you've pretty much been bombarded by like freaking overused like sayings, like freaking his body felt like a freaking puppet whose strings had been cut, he freaking swallowed like dry saliva, or like uh, like just like stuff that's been used like 100 times, like pretty much like solo leveling has it, but like I'm pretty sure like other novels that like have it as well. It's just like really prevalent in solo leveling, because like all the other like word choices and stuff is like really good, like, or like at least like pretty good. And like when they reuse stuff like he swallowed dry saliva or whatever, it's like really apparent or whatever. It just like punches you right in the face, honestly. And other than that, like solo leveling story is like amazing, good, right? And they even put like an explanation. Oh yeah, solo leveling's done, by the way. And they put like a pretty good reason to why like the system exists, and like the world building is good. The ending, some people are like, I don't like it, but like I've finished it. It's good. All right, like that's another video, right? We're just talking about we're just talking about recommendations, and solo leveling is an amazing novel, right? Everyone else is a returnee. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's a reason why it's like ranked number one on novel updates, in like if you look it up on novel updates. I think it's like number one for activity or popularity, not sure, but there's a reason why it's number one. um Other than that, like, what did I say? The second coming of gluttony. Oh, second coming of gluttony. The only like problem I see with it is that it's just hard to get into, I guess, like in a way. Honestly, like second coming of gluttony, I much preferred Second Life Ranker, like, because Second Life Ranker, right? Second Life Ranker and the Second Coming of Gluttony, they're both pretty similar. They go into like different worlds and do dungeons and stuff, fight monsters or whatever, and level up, right, or whatever. But Second Life Ranker was an easier thing to pick up, but like, after the copyright thingy or whatever, Second Life Ranker had to be like dropped by the translator. And so I just went to the Second Coming of Gluttony, and over time, like the Second Coming of Gluttony, like it grew on me, I guess. And it's like it's it's a pretty good novel, like, honestly, and which is why I'm recommending it to you, right? And I'm just gonna and right now my list is done for like my recommendations. But if you want more recommendations, like off the top of my head, I've got the Trash of the Count's Family. I think that one I dropped because I had to focus on school more or whatever. And that one, like, I remember that it was actually pretty good. The main character, like, the main character is he's, I guess, like, he doesn't like he basically, the synopsis of it is that the main character gets like put into a story that he read before, and he's like the punk or whatever, the the freaking son of like a count, right? And he get like the character's supposed to be beaten up by the main character because like he's like annoying or whatever, and you know uh the bad guy basically, and all he wants to do is just live a quiet life or whatever, and he gets put into situations where he's made a like he like basically tries to survive and like lives for himself, but like gets put into situations where he looks like someone who like puts himself in harm's danger for other people, so that like he saves people and stuff like that. And pretty much it's like it evolves from that, and it was like a lot of more stuff happens or whatever, but like I had to drop it so I need to focus on school basically. And if I didn't drop it, like I could probably tell you more, but like okay, it's good, it's good, it's good. Okay. Okay, next one is off the top of my head is, oh yeah, yeah, Overlord. How did I forget this? Overlord is it's an amazing light novel. It's got an amazing anime, at least for like season 1, season 2, season 3. Oh my lord, the CG. If you've seen it, it's horrendous. Pick up the light novel. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's got it's got the puppet whose string had been cut or whatever, but don't let that dissuade you from reading it, because a lot of things have a puppet whose strings had been cut. And you can tell that the quality of light novels is gonna drop now, because after that I'm gonna recommend. I'm not gonna recommend Martial World. Martial World, look, this is just like if you've run out and you're just like trying to like. There's a small chance that you haven't read Martial World, but I'm like not really wanting to recommend Martial World, because like I like finished that like because I wanted to like finish it or whatever, because I forced myself to finish it basically. Like it got so boring after like 800 chapters of it or whatever, and it's got like the stereotypical freaking uh describing of females or whatever. His face was like a jade carving or whatever, and the the ending was extremely rushed. It was like very obvious that the writer just wanted to get done with the story or whatever, and because of that, the story was just like pretty much just. Honestly, I was just forcing myself to finish it. The final boss fight or whatever was like extremely underwhelming, and oh my gosh, this isn't even a recommendation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't read Martial World. Just don't read it. If you just got started, just drop it. Just drop it. Like there's a lot more novels that you probably haven't read before that are much better than Martial World. You could probably just like hop onto novel updates, look at what's being read by other people, popular stuff. If it's really popular, there's probably a reason to why it's popular. Um, and other than that, I think I'm pretty much like done rambling what novels you should read. I'll probably have like, uh, I mean, I don't. Okay, so one of my friends like recommended me this, but like I never picked it up or whatever, because the first chapter I read of it, like it was really similar to my writing style, so like I dropped it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Just if you've stuck this long, all right, you can I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to listen to all this rambling. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you.